Coach, just general thoughts.
They're as good as everybody says. There's no doubt about that. Their guards, I don't want to say we overlooked their guards because we did a lot of different things in practice trying to simulate their speed because we don't have that speed. And they got us today, their guards did. I mean, they really forced into some turnovers. I think the biggest surprise to me was, man, we out-rebounded them. And I was not expecting that. I was just expecting, let's keep it close and we'll see what happens. But, you know, big guy here and a couple others really did a nice job rebounding. Quincy had part of it. Quincy had 8, you know, and that wasn't something I expected at all. We tried to control pace. We did a little better in the second half. But, you know, it's tough when you got that many weapons to face with.
Yeah, just talk a little bit about getting here in the season for you guys.
It was interesting because back in the state title, this guy, Quincy, he was that JV guy we called up and riding home. He goes, Coach, we're going to do this again. And knowing how hard he's worked, that was the focus all year. It's what he wanted. He got the kids to believe it. We had some ugly games this year. But the kids understood it was a process. And it's like those 2 teams before. The process for those teams, we were winning. Here, we were learning. And to play a Dundalk that everybody told us we couldn't beat because they had beaten Delaney and we heard all this stuff and we did it. And then the very 2 nights later, we got to play Woodlawn at our place. And Woodlawn, they just didn't have the bigs that this team had. They had the guards, but when we got the ball inside, they couldn't stop it. And these kids learned throughout the year to take advantage of what we have. And I think the biggest thing they had was heart all year. And that's just all of them.
Speaking of guard play, how do you prepare your team to handle pressure like you saw today? They jumped you from behind, they doubled on the catch, they came at you in a lot of different ways.
Well, we went through practice the last 2 days, 5-on-7 and 5-on-8s. And we said man on man for 5 of you, and the other 3, you just chase the ball wherever the heck it is. And it's still not the same thing. My backups are 5'3", 5'7", you know, 6 foot. They're not quite the speed. But we understood what to do, and we handled that pressure a little better in the second half after we, you know, I guess calmed down. Nerves, I think, got the best of us at the beginning. Basically, no one had been there before. And obviously, Poly's not going to be, I mean, they may be nervous, but they don't show it. I mean, they look very calm, cool out there, and they did what they wanted to do, you know, at any moment. Like, they could press us, they pressed us, and when they wanted to get it inside, they got it inside. So that's what we tried to do in practice.
Quincy, can you just talk a little bit about today and the experience and what you're up against Poly?
It's great coming down here. You gotta love putting in a big gym in front of your fans. Poly was a tough team, physical team, and a really talented athletic team. Our main purpose to go out there was to just compete, give it our all. If we won, we won. If we lost, we got nothing to lose.
Of course, winning the state championship is the ultimate.
Right.
How gratifying is this? It seems like there's a sense of gratification because I think those first 2 times you guys were pretty, I wouldn't, well, dominant, I don't know, that's a good word, but very, very good. This team had to kind of earn it a little bit. You had to kind of take some tough falls along the way.
Definitely, the 3 teams were all different. The state championship team and the team before that, I didn't have the size that I have now, but I had shooters all over the court. I have Quincy, Jalen can shoot, and that's really all that I have, that's really weapons outside. So we had to do things a little differently. So that's where that learning process came in all year. I mean, we were talking a team that lost by 30 to Long Ridge. Okay? We lost by 20-some to South River. 2 teams that, you know, they outplayed us. I mean, and we had to learn from that. And then we did, and we just kept getting better each day. And that was our focus: was can you get just a little bit better every day, and keep the goal in mind of what you want. And So I'll give them credit. I was afraid that part of them would say, well, we made it, I'm happy, I'm done. But they never had that approach all week. They didn't have it today. They may have looked like it out there at the beginning with the nerves, but I think it's just something that 16, 17-year-old kids have. Any questions for Corey?
Any thoughts, Corey, on getting here and the journey?
I mean, it was fun, whatever. We played hard from beginning to the end, didn't give up, whatever. Just continue to fight. Just came up short.
Talk about playing against some colleagues, bigs. You got Justin Lewis, you got Walker. Yeah, just talk about having to play against. Because you don't see that out there in the county, I'm sure.
Justin's pretty good. He's a good finisher around the basket, but the other bigs, I didn't think that much about, to be honest.
Talk about next year and next season, you're going to be a key returner. And talk about some things you guys need to do to get back in this position.
Just like Coach said, work with the guards, but they get stronger. Just work.
Great job, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Proud of being here.